homeostasis is? Homeostasis on a draw the home is concerned. That is home, that is home. Do you know home is home sweet home? The love home is concerned, that is going to be the entry. That is going to be the ventilation is concerned. Okay, I'm going to mention this thing in a very traditional way. Actually, the homeostasis is a Greek word, which means like standing. What? Like standing. Homeostasis may be defined to maintain internal concentration constant. To maintain internal concentration constant. Or nearly constant, To maintain internal concentration constant, or nearly constant. That is called homeostasis. That's been the definition of homeostasis is. Very important thing, we have a system, we have internal system and an external system. Pretty simple. We have two systems. Suppose sometimes that is going to be a home, that is internal system. That is internal system. While the rest that is going to be the external system. External environment. Well, this is also called internal environment. The better now that is internal environment is. For example, in our body, we have a cell tissue area is an internal environment. What about the environment surrounding us? They are going to be the external environment. So, the external forces, which compel us, there is physical forces which affect on us. Why we are going to keep this thing constant? Nearly to constant. We try to maintain this thing, up to a certain extent, which we call homeostasis. It's very important in our home. In our home we have a system, switch on and switch off system. There is going to be switch on and that is going to be switch off. Why? Because we are going to protect our home from the external fluctuation. When it's very, very hot, what happens? We off that. When very cold, we off that thing. Off mean, for example, we use that thing off and on is concerned. Off and on in our home is concerned. That's very important. Protect our home from external forces. So home is just like your body is concerned. And the external environment, that is true, the physical forces are there. So it's very important. So the home is a better example. Switch off, switch on mechanism in your home, which we are going to protect. So homeostasis, it's very important. For example, this is a coordination system, that work on the close coordination. Homeostasis is very important because it works on nervous system. That is, we have one sort of things that is going to receptor, then control center, and then of course that is effector. Receptor, receptor is concerned, receptor I'm talking about. That is skin, that is going to be the receptor. The control center, that is going to be the brain. While the effector, of course, that is, the fact, that is going to be your muscle as well as your gland. So these things are going in this way, receptor, then control center, the effector. But here, the most important thing that is stimulus. What? Stimulus means any internal change you call stimulus. The change which detect that is called receptor. That should go to the brain. And then effector, that is going to be. So that should give response. This effector will give what? Response. So that response is always toward or against, sometimes. That is going to be toward or against. So simple we call positive or negative. It's very important. Stimulus, which, any internal change you call them stimulus. Receptor in our skin, we have receptor. The skin is concerned, skin have a protein which is called collagen, because they are fibrous protein. We have a receptor, tell us about this, called hot, even it also tell about the receptor fan is concerned. Receptor fan is more than cold receptor is more than hot. That's very, very awesome. To detect the change, that is skin, skin. So, there's been a close coordination here. What happened when we feel something, the sensory environment carry these things to CNS, central nervous system, I'm talking about the brain is concerned. That is going to the part of CNS. Then from CNS, another one that is called motor neuron. They will carry these into the sensory, they are always concerned, the sensory neuron, and of course they will trace the effector. Sensory neuron is called efferent neuron, while the motor neuron, this is also called efferent neuron. Why? Because they will affect you. You have effector that is muscle as well as gland. So there is close coordination in your body. For example, we feel something. So any volunteer come please. Any volunteer come please. Hey, please here. So, for example, I give the nervous system. I have the better example here. As been a student, so I'm supposed you feel something. Yes, he feels something. This is the awesome thing. Because the skin have a receptor, These receptor goes through the sensory neuron or effector then it goes where spinal cord further cover the brain is concerned. Then from there they have a response. Why sir? So that is the effector. The effector is of course, their vasodilation gland is concerned. Okay, help me please sir. So that was the perfect example. So let's work on the close coordination. That's kind of very, very important. So let me give example of these things in your home. Better example is when students are engrossed on the textbooks, all the time they have the textbooks. They just try to, because the exam is going on and they have a big hurry because they want to looking for the good grades all the time. That time he forget his lunch. Wow, he forget his lunch. What happened in your body? So the same way, the extra glucose which are going to store in your liver and muscle. Liver and muscle occurs. That extra glucose, that gives signal the glucose is low. So hormone are going to produce by pancreas. That is called glycagon. That is glycagon. What happened? Glycagon doing such an enormous performance for us that increase the glucose level. What? Increase the glucose level. And the same patient. When we eat food, starchy food or glucose, what happened? In the same patient, your glucose level are going to be increases. Then another signal goes, and then beta cell of pancreas produce insulin, which try to decrease these things. Neither to be increases, neither to be decreases. We like to be homeostasis. That is the perfect example because when the glucose increase in your blood glucose, I'm talking about sugar, it's very, very dangerous. High concentration will cause the dehydration of RBC, red blood cell, and WBC, which is very, very while the lack of this hormone and more glucose in your body, so this hormone will be not working, so you have diabetic problem, diabetes. So all of these things work on the close coordination. So that is the better example. The best example is another example. So this thing, when the effector response are similar, some cases the effector response are similar, but some cases they are not similar. Then we call negative feedback or positive feedback. Positive feedback is, there are far better. Positive feedback. In our body, positive feedback is very, very important. For example, the waste such as carbon dioxide is produced, that is produced to the lungs. The lungs will expel that into the body, will get that signal. They're going to expel it. Similar cases when the temperature is going to be increasing, the signal goes to your brain, hypothalamus detect that thing. So what happened? They try to decrease that thing. One hand, one could increase, the other hand they would decrease that thing. One hand would increase, the other would be decreases it. It's working the opposite way. So it has been a better example. So most of our body work on negative feedback, while some have a positive feedback. That is the positive feedback. Well, our bodies work on negative feedback. The example which I mentioned, that it was negative feedback. While in positive feedback, it is not going to be called homeostasis, but somehow, for example, the blood with clotting factor like fibrinogen. When fibrinogen is converted into heparin, who is doing such a duty, that is called platelets. When you have a sort of injury, that fibrinogen converted to heparin, that is going to be liquid, while this one is called a solid form. This is a liquid and that is going to the solid. Why? Because they have a clotting protein which is called fibrotin along with calcium ion. Protein being converted into thrombin, so that's been the nervous thing that is positive feedback. Remember that thing, so in the light of this, where green is concerned, they will create a problem like hemophilia, A and B is concerned. Okay, another best example I also use, and that is when, and the delivery, when the birth of baby, in that time, the mother, the oxytocin is where they secrete what? No, their secretion increase the contraction of uterus. So the baby will be out, because the baby head just work like a veg is concerned. Oxytocin they also role, they have also important role when a baby has sucked mammary gland, her mother at that time also. They also help in the expel revamp placenta. But anyhow, the positive feedback that is harmful, that is very harmful. For example, when the body temperature is going to increase in the case of fat, I'm talking about fat, for example, up to 30 C, that's very, very dangerous. Your body temperature is what? Normal. Okay, 37. So 37 in normal body temperature, that goes to the 45 C, that is very dangerous. That is question mark. You call it is a red flag is concerned. What happens? These are going to be what? They degenerate the enzyme. What? Degenerate the enzyme. And when the enzyme are degenerated, so that's mean they disrupt the homeostasis. So that is very example. So high fat, that is going to be harmful. This is also positive feedback. That is also positive feedback. So in that show, so I'm talking about the coordination is going to work because of homeostasis, But this is going to be the way of homeostasis in a perfect in his. There is stimulus, receptor, control center, and then effector is concerned, This will be all in the same fashion, so that's very attention.